What's up, Warriors? Another day, another music reaction. Bash, my fellow conspiracy theorist, loves Starset as much as I do. So we have a crap load of Starset tracks that we need to react to this month. And the one we're going to dive into today is called MyDemons. Dustin Bates is the lead vocalist of Starset, and they write the most amazing things. And yes, I know not everyone likes conspiracy theories, but I kind of thrive on it. So Dustin Bates, the lead vocalist of Starset, actually mentioned in some interview that this song kind of reminds him of the relationship between Tony Stark, Iron Man, and Pepper from all the Iron Man movies. So I freaking loved Iron Man. And I really liked what Pepper and Tony Stark had. So yeah, I suppose we need to kind of see what it is that they have put together that's going to give us that feel. So I'm super excited. Let's go.
The following dramatization has been commissioned by the Starset Society.
Oh, 2047.
They're all around me, circling like vultures. They wanna break me and wash away my colors. Wash away my colors. Take me high and I'll sing of you. Make everything okay, 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 okay. We are one and the same. Oh, you take all of the pain away, 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 away. Save me if I become my demons.
Oh, hectic. Save me from becoming my demons. That is so cool. Wait, that's my favorite line. Let's go back. So this guy is seriously going through some bad shit and calling for help. Well, getting help is the problem.
Take all of the pain away, away, away. Save me if I become my demons.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
I cannot stop this sickness taking over. It takes control and drags me into nowhere. I need your help. I can't fight this forever. I know you're watching. I can feel you out there. Take me high and I'll sing. Oh, you make everything okay, 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 okay. We are one and the same. Oh, you take all of the pain away, 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 away. Save me if I become my demons. Take me over the walls below. Fight forever, don't let me go. I need a savior to heal my pain. Will I become my worst enemy? The
Aww.
Take me high and I'll sing. Oh, you make everything okay, okay, okay. We are one and the same. Oh, you take all of the pain.
Okay, there's so many ways to interpret that song in so many different scenarios. It's crazy. Let's go with the most obvious and simplistic, which is we all have demons that we fight, but we don't want to become those demons. We don't want to become exactly what we hate so much. Think of a son suffering from, or he's got baggage because his dad was never there. And that's the demons that he fights. And he hates his father for it, and he hates the things his father did. But now he does not want to become his father. And he's essentially saying and reaching out, and it's like, can you help me or save me from becoming my demon? So I don't want to become like my dad. So that's the most, let's say, obvious conclusion or scenario where that can be applied. But then knowing Starset and knowing what they genuinely write about, and me being my conspiracy theorist, and now obviously with the Iron Man reference, we live in a very, very crazy world. Okay, loco. People are experimenting with the kind of technology that they should not, because it's going to bloody contribute towards the big reset. I mean, they're creating the very things that can ruin humanity, that can make us all go extinct. AI being one of them, okay? Ever seen iRobot? Ever seen I Am Legend? Yeah, that's problematic. We know it's been written in history. The movies have been released, and we can see all the truths, all the identical similarities coming into play, and we're still blinded by, oh no, it will never happen. Let's just go and further advance AI. You know, I don't know. Sometimes humans drive me nuts. Anyways, so MyDemons, looking at the Tony Stark reference, and the scientist that was in the video. So they have scientists in general, but also specifically music video and Tony Stark reference were obsessive about what they try to achieve, the theories that they wanted to prove correct, all of that. And that essentially becomes their demons, because they will sacrifice just about anything and everything in order to achieve what they want to achieve. The problem is the same thing they're trying to prove correct, or they will try to prove incorrect. It becomes their worst nightmare. It becomes their demon. And then they become the demon because they lose all of themselves by trying to achieve this one thing. It doesn't, I don't know how else to explain it, but I think you guys get the gist of it. Let's think. Einstein. Einstein was classified a madman, a crazy man, just because he was so ahead of his time. That guy knew things and came up with, I swear he was a time traveler. But he lost anything and everything. He lost all credibility because people thought he was insane. And Einstein was probably autistic as well, which is why he behaved in an unfamiliar way to the rest of society. That were his demons, but because he kept obsessing and obsessing to prove all of these things and to journal all these theories, and even though, hey, if you have to compare what him and Isaac Newton and what's the other oak, Stringer, I think Stringer. I'm raping that surname right now. My brother is a sciencey person in the house. They all had theories, and they didn't agree or didn't approve of each other's theories. But they all had the exact same bloody demons that they were fighting, sacrificing their lives to prove each other wrong or prove their own theories right. And then they just became lunatics at the end, or they became their own demons. They became the very thing that they tried to prove wrong. So yeah, I freaking loved this. And in terms of seeking help, there was Pepper. Let's use the Tony Stark reference, because I really like it. It was actually really good, and on point. because generally for people who are that obsessed, they need a very special person in their life, a very unique person who can actually put up with that shit, but also who has a way to work with them, that they have a way of pulling them out from those rabbit holes. From even my brother, guys, like he will go into a freaking lab, or if you give him a car to strip down, he will stay there for 3, 4, 5 days. If you give him a mathematical problem or a quantum physics problem and tell him to go and solve it and all of that, he does not eat, he does not drink, he does not sleep. So after 3, 4 days, when I walk in, he's a mess. He talks to himself. His mouth is moving, but there's nothing happening. That's bad. That is really bad. But that is genius people, mind fucking blowing people who go down rabbit holes like that. And it's so important for them to have someone who can just bring them back to reality. Even for those who are nerdy, Scorpion, the series Scorpion that was based on Walter O'Brien, which was also someone with a very high IQ. I think he was a what was he, 152 IQ? 164? Yeah, I can't quite remember exactly what his IQ was. But he would go into a dungeon, work on some problem, and yes, they end up solving it sometimes. But they end up coming out completely crazy. Like it's they surpass the point of sanity. But it's because they are so smart, because they don't know where to draw the line, and because their brains don't shut down because of their high intelligence and lower EQ, that it's a very dangerous place to be in. So yeah, again, this song can be applied to so many different scenarios and events, and I love it. That's so good. I mean, I have a gazillion uh, theories in my personal life where I can just apply this absolutely. I mean, for instance, let's name one. So my grandmother and I could never see eye to eye. I was a 10-year-old girl and I couldn't stand my grandmother. Um, and she kind of hated me. She told me I'm dead to her when I was 17, basically. And she's the reason why I got disowned and why my entire family turned against me, all of that shit. And then I promised my entire life I will never ever be like her. Guess what? Not only do I share physical appearances with her, physical features, but I inherited, and yes, my OCD, diagnosed OCD, is also inflamed through trauma, but unfortunately, I inherited it from her. So, in so many ways, I became the very demon that I did not want to become. So that's things that I fight every single day. Like every time my brain starts spiraling and thinking, "Don't touch that. Don't do this. Don't let that person touch you." I'm thinking, nah, I don't want to be like her. Just allow it. Just allow it. It's fine. You will not die. It's okay. It's a germ. It's exhausting. Trust me. But I've improved so much because I have two very big fluffy dogs, and they are the perfect cure for anyone with hygiene OCD issues and patterns and routines, because they just disrupt everything. Okay, so I'm close to being cured thanks to two very big dogs. Lol. If any one of you knows an OCD person, just buy them an animal. I used to be frantic. I'm not frantic anymore. So it takes time, but it gets better. Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you, Bash. As always, my favorite person. Thank you for all the suggestions. And I will check you guys in the next one. Goodbye.